Are you planning a big move out west and can't decide between Kelowna and the Okanagan or Vancouver on the coast? Well, make sure you watch this video where I'm going to break down the big differences between the two cities and which one might suit your lifestyle the best. Let's check it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, BrettBRealEstate. I, of course, am Brett Boholij, your Kelowna and Okanagan real estate professional. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm a local realtor and I help people buy and sell in our beautiful area. So whether you're an upsizer, downsizer, first-time home buyer, or relocating, I'm here to help you with whatever your needs are. Whether or not you're new or returning, make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all the latest real estate information in Kelowna and the Okanagan Valley. Now, if you're moving out west, there's often two cities that get compared against each other and put up to see where is a better place to live. I'm a real estate agent in Kelowna. I live here. I love this place. I'm going to be biased. But it's not really about what city is better than the other. It's what city might suit your lifestyle and your needs the best. So I'm going to compare these two against each other in a few different categories in order to help you out to make the decision on what city is going to be best for you. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, let's take a quick overview of the two cities. Vancouver is the largest city in BC with a bustling metropolitan area with over 630,000 residents. Vancouver is an incredibly beautiful city. It has endless activities, world-class shopping, and a vibrant city and nightlife. Kelowna is a city nestled in the Okanagan Valley. It's a bit more laid back of a city. It's not as large. I would say it's more of a medium-sized city with a population of just over 130,000 people. Now, Kelowna definitely has tons of the amenities that Vancouver has, but it's a bit slower paced lifestyle, but it does have incredible access to some of the most beautiful nature you can imagine. So now let's look at the cost of living. Vancouver across the board is going to be a higher cost of living. Besides Toronto, Vancouver has the highest rental and real estate market in this country. The average home price in Vancouver is just under 1.25 million, and the average rental cost for a one-bedroom condo is over $2,600. Comparing that to Kelowna with the average home price just under $730,000 and the average rental of a one-bedroom condo under $2,000. This is probably going to be where the widest gap between Kelowna and Vancouver is. Vancouver's market is incredibly high. We get a lot of fall off from Vancouver and the lower mainland moving to Kelowna where they sell their house and they can almost afford to buy a house in cash when they come here. Now that gap over the last several years has definitely closed slightly, but there is still a decent difference between the two prices. Now, having been out in downtown Vancouver and compared to Kelowna, it is a lot more expensive for drinks and food on a whole, I would say. But besides that, groceries, going out to events, and that is relatively the same. So if you're looking for a more affordable place, Kelowna is definitely going to be the winner in this category. Now let's move on to transportation. So getting around is a big factor if you're deciding where to move and you're not planning on having a vehicle, because you need to know how to get around. And realistically, Kelowna doesn't have a bad transportation system, but compared to Vancouver, it's a washout. Vancouver has an excellent public transportation system with the bus system and also the C train. Can get you anywhere in the city very quickly, and it's very feasible to live in the city without a vehicle. Kelowna, on the other hand, is more spread out of a city. We do have a decent bus and transportation system, but unless you're living and working downtown, owning a car here is definitely going to be recommended. So if you're looking for more of that city lifestyle where you don't have to have a vehicle, you can walk out your door, hop on a train and get to your job, Vancouver is going to be the clear winner in this category. So now let's look at the lifestyle and atmosphere. And we're really going to be comparing big city hustle versus a more laid back atmosphere. Vancouver is more of a cosmopolitan area. It's fast paced, it has endless amount of activities, and it definitely has more of that city feel and environment. There's always events going on. You have an incredible amount of options. And in terms of attracting entertainment, Vancouver is a major hub. It's one of the biggest cities in Canada. So of course it's going to blow Kelowna out of the water. But maybe that's not exactly what you're looking for. Kelowna has all the amenities Vancouver does, but it has a more laid back pace and feel. It's a smaller mid-sized city that doesn't have that bustling downtown scene, but our downtown area does keep growing and getting more exciting. We have the new brewery district in the north end of town, and it seems like a fantastic new restaurant is opening all the time. But if you're looking for that slower pace and you want to walk out your front door to a quiet, peaceful suburban area and be able to walk 2 minutes to a hiking trail that leads you to amazing mountain panoramic lake views, Kelowna is definitely going to be the clear winner here. And similarly to Kelowna having all of the access to amenities and has a great downtown lifestyle, Vancouver also has incredible access to nature. Now, you're more likely to have to get into a vehicle and drive a little bit out of town unless you're going to Stanley Park downtown, but still, the coast, North Vancouver are incredible areas with tons of outdoor activities to partake in. So that brings us to our next category, nature. And if you're a nature lover, both are incredible options. And one big factor is going to be, do you prefer oceans or lakes more? Vancouver has incredible ocean views, stunning beaches and mountain trails, trails, and like I said, it does have great access to hiking and nature activities, but you're likely going to have to get in your vehicle and drive a bit in order to get to these. Vancouver also has amazing access to places like Squamish and Whistler, which are an hour outside of the city, depending on traffic. But in terms of big cities, Vancouver is up there for one of the most beautiful cities with its access to nature. Kelowna is quintessential cabin living here in Canada. Nature is at your fingertips. Stepping out your door onto hiking trails, we have an endless number of lakes and mountains to hike, climb, swim. So if you're into water sports, you're into mountain biking, Kelowna has endless options for you. And we have two incredible bike parks with Silver Star and Big White in the summer, and Big White and Silver Star are both amazing snow and ski board resorts to take care of all of your winter blues. So I would say both areas are very close in this category. I would say Kelowna has the easiest access to nature, so it slightly edges Vancouver out in this category. So let's talk climate. Are you looking for a more milder climate, or are you ready to embrace all 4 seasons? So Vancouver is going to have that milder coastal climate, escaping the harsh winters, but you're going to get a very long and gray rainy season. And since you're close to the ocean, the summers, when they do get very hot, have a much higher humidity than Kelowna does. So I would describe Kelowna as a more milder version of the 4 seasons, specifically winter. Now, we don't get that extreme mild winter like Vancouver does, but compared to anywhere out east, Kelowna's winters are nothing. This year, for example, people were outside playing tennis in December. We did just recently pass a little cold snap of almost -20 and have been getting dumped with snow over the last couple of days. But on a whole, the winters are much more mild. But I will say, if you're planning on escaping the gray, Kelowna might not be the place for you. Because of the fact that we live in the valley, the clouds do sink in and cause a very low gray ceiling. But you can easily escape that by heading up to Big White and checking out a bluebird day and really enjoying the sunshine. And our summers here are much drier. It can get really hot here in Kelowna, but you step out of the sun into the shade and you're looking at 10 degrees cooler in some situations. So really with weather, it comes down to preference. For me, I don't know why, but for some reason that was a big factor in choosing in between the two places, Kelowna and Vancouver, and I much prefer the lighter 4 seasons that Kelowna offers. So now let's look at job opportunities. So work is a big aspect of deciding where to move, and we can touch on a little what industries thrive in each city. Vancouver is a huge tech hub with numerous job opportunities that are really limitless with a big city. Now Kelowna also has a burgeoning tech sector, and they're also known for its agricultural and tourism sectors. So both have plenty of opportunities for jobs, but Vancouver being so much larger is obviously going to give you more choices, but realistically nowadays with so many jobs being able to work from home, and unless you have to move to a particular area because of your job, this has almost become less of a factor than it used to be. You used to have to move to a particular place because of a job, but now with the tons of options and work from home and remote working opportunities, you can really choose a place based on more of your lifestyle than your actual job. So I would say in this category, it's again a bit of a washout. It depends on what you do, what you want to do, and what your lifestyle wants to be. Lastly, let's look at education options. For those moving here with a family, or if you're still in school or exploring post-secondary education, this can be a big factor in deciding where to live. And realistically, both cities have incredible public and private school options. And when it comes to secondary options, both cities have a UBC. One is the Okanagan campus and the other is in Vancouver. So really, with whatever you're looking for, both cities are going to have ample opportunity for education. So again, I'm saying it's a washout between the two. So when you're balancing your options for which of the two cities works best for you, you can kind of consider a few things. Vancouver is going to be a much bigger, lively city in terms for the actual city feel. It's going to have more options and opportunities on a whole because it is such a large city, but it's also going to have a much higher cost of living. You still have great access to nature, you have amazing public transportation system, and ample opportunity for education. Kelowna, on the other hand, is going to be more of a slower paced environment compared to Vancouver. There are still a ton of amenities, tons of events, a great downtown scene. You're likely going to need a car if you live here, but you're going to be able to step out your front door to access nature. Compared to Vancouver, you're going to have a much lower cost of living, and you're going to be able to enjoy a much milder version of all 4 seasons. So based on all of that information, I hope I've helped you a little in making your decision on what city is right for you. If you're even considering moving out to the Okanagan, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to answer all of your questions. And listen, if you are anybody who knows looking to buy or sell in the Okanagan, I'm more than happy to help you out, and I'm never too busy for your referrals. My goal, as always, is to simplify the real estate process so you don't have to worry about a thing. All my contact info is listed in the description down below, as well as many links to my website and other playlists from my YouTube channel if you want more information on the Okanagan. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Comment down below if you have any further questions about the differences between these two cities. And again, my name is Brett Boholij. This is my channel, BrettBRealEstate, and I will catch you in the next video.